Good morning, everyone. Let me start with a simple question. Have you ever been alone and immediately reached for your phone? Maybe you're sitting in your room. Nothing is happening. No one is talking to you. And suddenly, you feel uncomfortable. So you open TikTok. You check Instagram. You watch YouTube. You send a message to someone. Not because you really need to, but because you don't want to be alone with your thoughts. And this leads us to something I find really interesting. Being alone is not necessarily the same as being lonely. Today, I want to talk about two very different experiences, boredom and solitude. At first, they may look exactly the same. You are sitting alone. The room is quiet. There is nothing happening around you. But inside your mind, they are completely different. Let's start with boredom. Boredom happens when we feel that our current situation doesn't give us enough stimulation. Our brain wants something new, something exciting, something to react to. And when we don't get it, we become restless. Think about waiting at an airport. You have nothing to do. You check your phone. Then you check it again 5 minutes later. You scroll through social media. You watch a random video. And even though you're technically doing something, you still feel bored. That's boredom. It's almost like your mind is saying, "Give me something to do." Now let's look at solitude. Solitude is different. Solitude is not about having nothing to do. It's about choosing to spend time with yourself. Imagine going for a walk alone. No phone, no music, no podcast. Just you and your thoughts. At first, it might feel strange. You might feel restless. You might even want to go back to your phone. But after a while, something changes. You start noticing things, the sound of the wind, the people around you, your breathing, and eventually you start hearing your own thoughts. Maybe you think about your future. Maybe you remember an old dream. Maybe you realize that you've been stressed for a long time. And suddenly, being alone doesn't feel empty anymore. It feels peaceful. That's solitude. So what's the real difference? Boredom says, "I need something outside of me to make me feel better." Solitude says, "I'm comfortable enough to spend time with myself." Boredom makes silence uncomfortable. Solitude gives silence a purpose. And I think this distinction is especially important today, because we live in a world where entertainment is always available. We don't have to wait. We don't have to be bored. We can always open our phones. There is always another video, another notification, another message, another piece of content. But maybe that's not always a good thing, because if we never experience silence, we never give ourselves a chance to hear what our mind is actually trying to tell us. Sometimes, we don't need more entertainment. We need a little space, a little silence, a little time alone. So the next time you're alone and you feel uncomfortable, don't immediately reach for your phone. Stop for a moment, take a breath, and ask yourself, am I actually lonely, or am I simply uncomfortable with being alone? Because there is a big difference. Being alone doesn't always mean you're missing someone. Sometimes, being alone is how you finally find yourself. Thank you.